What do you need to do to make any girl miss you badly, even if she didn't show much interest in you at first? In this video, we're going to share 6 techniques that will make girls chase you and miss you like crazy. Watch till the end because each method is highly important and many of them are not obvious to most men. If you use them in combination, you will be able to interest many girls from your environment. Technique number 1. Don't chase her. Listen, buddy, here's the brutal truth. Women are naturally attracted to those who are distant from them. They will seek out those who avoid their attention, and on the contrary, ignore those who pursue them. The more you try to win her over, the faster she will lose interest in you. Stop telling her every detail of your day, and don't always be available for meaningless conversations. Put the phone down and keep your distance. Remember, no one will miss you if you are constantly in touch and always reachable. Just distance yourself from her, and you will unwittingly penetrate her thoughts. You'll start to wonder what you're doing, what you're up to, and the process of her imagination will be launched. She might even imagine you with other women, and signs of jealousy will start to build in her head. By not keeping in touch, you are showing your independence and making it clear that you are living a full life without her. Always remember, if you're there 24/7 and chasing her, she'll quickly lose interest in you. Don't fall into their traps. Be smarter. The main reason why distancing works is because it looks like a rejection. When a man shows a woman that he can live his life without her, she begins to realize that she is only one of his options, not a necessity. Paradoxically, this type of rejection makes her want you even more. In the first days after you distance yourself, if the girl really cares about you, she will start to feel empty. She got used to your presence, to the fact that you are always trying to get her attention. She will remember the moments when you laughed together, had heart-to-heart conversations, or just enjoyed the silence. But then suddenly you disappear without warning, leaving her in complete uncertainty. Faced with this emptiness caused by your sudden disappearance, she will probably want to reach out to you, trying to understand what happened. She will even hint that you should come back. She will feel that time is dragging very slowly while she waits for your message that never comes. Her heart will be racing with anxiety, and her mind will be full of thoughts and fears about what might have happened. Sure, many girls may start calling or texting you out of simple curiosity rather than any genuine interest in you. Still, it's quite easy to tell when she's driven by nostalgia and when she's just trying to get to know what's going on. The one who really misses you will show it, while the curious one is just looking for information without showing any care or affection. Her nights will become longer and more anxious, filled with an emptiness that only your presence can fill. Every silhouette, every reflection in the window will make her heart sink in the hope of seeing you again, but the harsh reality of your absence remains unchanged. That's why the unspoken rejection is so magnetic. It stimulates the parts of our brain that are associated with motivation, reward, and addiction. Believe me, by staying away from her, you will make her miss both you and the time you spent together. Technique number 2. Show her that you're living life to the fullest. Once a woman starts to miss you, she will follow what is happening in your life. Oftentimes, she may not make direct contact, but instead will watch you from afar through social media platforms or even by showing up at the places you go. She may not send you messages or call you, but she will silently follow you, drawing her own conclusions. First place she will look to find out what you are doing is your social media account. She will start analyzing every post you make, every photo you take, trying to understand what's going on in your life and what's on your mind. Every like and comment will be considered as possible clues that can confirm or deny her guesses. As soon as she sees that you're living an interesting and fulfilling life, she'll be more likely to want to be with you. But if she sees that you look depressed or that your life is a total routine, she will stay away from you. If she visits your page and sees that you don't update your content, she may decide that you have nothing interesting in your life. Yep, it sounds like strange logic, but in today's world, people often believe that if you don't post something on social media, then it didn't happen. This is the downside of our time. But in order to be successful with women, you must use this technique. Posting your accomplishments and pleasant moments on social media is a great idea. The main thing is not to make it look like bragging or arrogance. Don't post anything negative or boring. Even if you don't have any big victories or fun experiences, just share something positive about yourself, showing that you're enjoying life and are making confident strides towards success. This will remind her that she is missing out on important events in your life that she could be a part of. Women love to be a part of a man's life because it makes them feel like they are really special. Technique number 3. Don't fall for her tricks. Be careful, my friend. Having felt your absence, the girl may not remain inactive and start acting in a cunning way. She could start a series of checks. She would want to find out what you are doing, whether there are other girls in your life that you may find appealing, or whether you have simply lost interest in her. To do so, she can set traps in the form of seemingly innocent questions or try to get closer to you once again by showing attention and care. However, this apparent calmness often hides a storm of emotions. She hesitates between the hope that your relationship will return to normal and the fear that her suspicions will be confirmed. Every gesture of yours will be thoroughly analyzed. Every word will be examined for loss of interest. At this stage, it is crucial to be extra careful. It is at this point that a man can fall under a woman's spell and ruin everything. The temptation to meet her requests is huge, especially when her eyes express pain from your distancing, but it is necessary to resist to preserve your own dignity and self-respect. Do you decide to step away from her and not pursue her anymore? Stick to that decision firmly and don't give in unless she proves that she is indeed worthy of your attention. Time is the best judge in such situations, and it's best to let it do its work by paying close attention to her actions. Sometimes, after receiving a man's attention, a woman can return to treating him with negligence. That's why you need to let some time pass and see how she will behave further on. It is better to keep your dignity and go through pain instead of getting involved in a relationship built on manipulation and emotional games. In fact, she may not even text or call you directly, but make indirect attempts to get your attention and drag you back into the game. This is an old trick from the book. Don't fall for it. Usually, she will try to use the same method we discussed with you a bit earlier. She will try to show that she is also having fun and living a busy life without you. The most common way to do this is through social media. She could upload a nice photo or write an ambiguous post hinting at you. Remember, she does it for you to see. Don't jump into this trap and don't like her photos, just ignore them. If you decide not to respond to her posts, she will wait for you to notice them and like them. The moment you leave a like on her photo, you'll show her you noticed and acknowledged her existence. In other words, this will boost her self-esteem and make her feel like you need her. So just don't interact with her posts. She will see that there are no likes from you, and it will literally drive her crazy. Among other things, she could also become more active in interacting with your posts on social media, showing interest indirectly, or she could try to provoke you into contact by leaving cryptic comments under your posts. Occasionally, she could even accept the challenge and start to compete with you, leaving hints but not taking the next step to direct contact. In such situations, the best solution is to stay true to your decision not to make any contact, since taking the initiative can complicate things even more. It takes self-control to allow things to develop naturally, without being tempted to initiate contact that could be misinterpreted. After all, it is in this calm, quiet observation that her true feelings and intentions can be revealed. Technique number 4. Leave some anchors in her mind. When you're talking or spending time with a girl, be cheerful and participate in activities that she likes. Find a way to add something unique to these moments, and make them memorable with jokes or nicknames, for example. Then, when you're not around, these things will be there to remind her of you, making her feel longing for your attention. This is called associative memory, and it's very effective at stimulating a woman's thoughts. It may sound ridiculous, but this particular technique is pretty effective. For instance, you can compare her to a character from her favorite TV show and make a joke about it. Once she becomes emotionally attached to this association, she will remember it for a good while. Each time she encounters this character, she will inevitably think of you. Or, you can come up with a peculiar nickname that will be meaningful to her, which is a guaranteed way to make sure she will miss you, because anytime she hears that name, she will automatically think of you. I don't recommend using a nickname that is too rare, as she will probably never hear it in the context other than the one with you. On the contrary, if you choose something that might come up here and there, then you'll be practically living in her head. This technique works on a subconscious level, making it even more powerful, because she doesn't realize that you're occupying a part of her memory. It is important to understand that at this stage, you should not only stop communicating, but also leave a positive emotional anchor in her memory. You can do this by making compliments or expressing your appreciation in a specific way. If your meetings are associated with pleasant feelings and moments, she will keep you in her thoughts for a long time. For example, when she goes to a place you visited together, she will subconsciously recall your shared moments. Each time she hears a specific phrase or nickname, it will echo in her mind with your voice. All these positive anchors will make her miss you more. This is how the technique of creating positive associative memory works. And it is extremely powerful because it leaves a lasting impression. Technique number 5, focus on your goals. Girls are always drawn to men who are focused and goal-oriented. A man who knows what he wants and strives for his goals is much more attractive than one who just follows the flow. So in addition to ignoring her, start working harder on your goals. When she sees that you are moving forward, becoming more successful, and constantly improving, she will be naturally drawn to you. This works especially well when she sees that you have other interests and priorities in life that don't revolve around her. By achieving your goals, you're not only getting closer to your dreams, but also making yourself more attractive in her eyes. A man who is dedicated to his goals and ambitions is perceived as strong and reliable, qualities that are inherently attractive to women. In her eyes, you are not just a man, but a person who has a purpose in life. Someone who is going places. Someone who is worth being around. For example, if you want to start a business, start working on it actively. Post about your progress on social media, share your successes with others, and let her see that you are making strides toward your goals. This will make her realize that you are not just wasting time, but are building your future. You are not just a guy, you are a man with a mission. In this case, the more successful you become, the more she will miss you, because deep down, she will realize that she could have been a part of your success. When she sees that you are serious about your goals and that nothing can distract you from your path, she will be attracted to you even more. Technique number 6. Wait for her to take action. This is the hardest part, but if you want her to miss you, you must learn to wait. This is where most men fail. They get impatient and take the initiative, which can ruin everything. The key to success is patience. When she sees that you are not chasing her, not begging for her attention, she will eventually miss you and will take the first step. This is how the female mind works. She needs time to realize what she really feels. So if you want her to miss you, you must give her that time. Be patient and let her come to you. If you do everything right, she will come to you eventually. However, even after she comes to you, don't make it easy for her. Show her that you are not just waiting around for her and that your life is full and interesting without her. This will make her realize that she needs to put in some effort to win your attention and affection. When she does come to you, don't drop everything for her. Remember, the key is to remain